Welcome, everybody. This is the Regular Guys podcast. I am Travis Bermley, and
What's up, everybody?
This is Trey Wolf.
All right, I'm ready to go. Let's get this started.
Let's fucking do it. So, yeah, I know we're kind of talking about fucking get out of the Navy, all that stuff. What's a kind of what we've been going through. I know you're still kind of processing out.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. So
but not challenging. Not as challenging as I thought it would be. Granted, I don't have a job yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll have to find one till March. So I'm good. Like, it's the holidays. Nobody's going to be hiring. Maybe I meant maybe I'm thinking wrong about that. But, I mean, after the first of the year, it's time to hit the ground running.
Yeah, that's how it normally is. Like when I first got out in 2011, like I couldn't get a job at all. Like, because I know we talked about before, just resume ways. It's, I mean, from 18, for me, it was 18 to 22. I had one job. I didn't have like any significant like career building job. It's like, oh yeah, I was in the Navy. Cool. That's, well, what did you do? And then nobody understands anything about what you did. No matter how simplified you put it. Like I'd tell them, oh, I worked in a fuels lab and I could test jet fuel and test for water and sediment. They're like, oh, so like dirt? I'm like, yeah, like dirt.
Yeah, sure. Yep. Yep. Bro, so like today I had a conference with this guy who's helping me. He's from like Hire for Heroes.
Yeah.
And he calls me super easy, a meeting, and I'm telling him like the biggest struggle I have writing my resume is putting my Navy terms that, like you said, since 18 years old, that's all I know.
Yeah.
How do I put that into a civilian who's going to know what JP5 is or, rebuilding pumps? Well, what kind of pumps? Well, do I need to put that in a resume? No, I've rebuilt all of them that we have. Like, whatever you got, I can figure it out, And so he was telling me that that's kind of what his job is. So he's looking at my resume and he sends it back to me. And then I'm on LinkedIn. Were you ever on that?
I think I have a LinkedIn. I know I got like, where are the other ones, like ZipRecruiter and Indeed type.
It looks super fancy. It looks for fancy people. Like whenever my parents were like, download LinkedIn, it's how you get noticed. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. And I'm scrolling through these people. Then they're like, people you may know. And I'm like, that's a lawyer. He's like in med school. I'm like, I'm an ABF, getting out of the Navy. Like, I feel like I'm in the wrong group.
Nobody knows what that is, though. They're like ABF. What the hell is an ABF?
Yeah, I feel like, I was like, I'm stuck on MySpace and everybody else is on like Instagram and TikTok. And I'm like, I don't belong here at all.
Yeah, like even just currently, because I like my company I'm working with right now, we're doing like this program where they're trying to get people to within the company apply for and stuff. So I actually got in it, but during the interview process, I interviewed like 3 times. All the time they're like, oh, so what's QA in the Navy? What does that mean? What did you do? Like all right. Well, so I go on the flight deck. I'd go up there with a jerry can and a glass bottle.
Yeah.
I'd swirl it. There's nothing in there. I was like, only one time did I ever see like fungus and stuff in there. Like, oh, what does that do? It's like crap. So it's not even an interview anymore. Now they're just
interested.
Ooh, man, like, wow, this is fascinating. So now I'm just telling stories. It happens every interview. Once they say the Navy thing, I end up just telling stories.
Really?
It's like this is.
Well, we're good at talking, so we should be good at
that. True.
No, that's what that guy. All right, so that Hire for Heroes thing. That's what he was telling me. Also, is that say your company wants to hire me to be like a contracting whatever superintendent, whatever it is, and then their database has so much in it just because of how many people they've helped that a specific person with that specialty, I guess, will call me, be like, hey, I'm going to call you back in 30 minutes. You're going to have a mock interview with me on this job, and I'm going to ask you questions. And they run through it completely, like step by step of how an interview will work. Obviously, I have no idea how they work.
Yeah.
They're... the only thing that I've done for an interview is sailor the quarter board, a qualification board, where it's intense and it's just super professional.
That's probably like the closest to an interview, I guess.
Yeah.
Getting a qualification in Navy is probably like the closest thing to it because it went far less people though. I mean,
Yeah,
like
it's usually just like 1-on-1, right?
yeah, like QA qualified. There was freaking boat. What's his name? Chief Warrant Officer. Oh man,
Milligan?
Milligan was on there and like
Aiden Milligan.
uh man, I think he ended up becoming a senior chief. The scrawny dude. I think he killed himself. I can't remember his name.
Senior Chief Bariga.
Yeah, Bariga. The one who always said powwows. Who always did powwows? Is that him?
Yeah, I mean that dude had so much energy. He would get me jacked up. Always running around. He was so little too. Super awesome guy, bro. Like that brings up something that's pretty crazy. Is I hear that a lot. It was like, if I got my facts wrong and somebody's listening that knows more, I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, that's scary that a lot of these people fall off that hard after they get out of the Navy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'm in that worry just because I've been only for 13 years, but I know that there's certain like ticks that I have.
Oh yeah.
To where it's gonna show up afterwards. You know, after I get out and I'm not in the military anymore, I know that it's coming to where I'm gonna be not depressed. I mean, maybe, I don't know, but there is something that happens to you whenever you get out.
Oh yeah.
Especially after being in for a longer time.
Yeah.
Even for you, it was probably a weird transition.
Dude, it was like that's what I always say. Like it's crazy because I was only did 4 years, so anything after that I couldn't even imagine. Because like when I got out, I mean I started college the next week. I had like no real like, oh shit, I'm out in the real world. There was the moment though, like I was freaking out. I remember crying on the freaking bus all the way to the airport when I left. And the next day waking up and it's like I'm not, your whole routine that is gone. Like I woke up the next day, it's like, fuck, I don't have to shave. I don't have to put on a uniform. I don't have to muster. Like it's just weird. Now you're just regular person. And I think those are like the ticks that I mean, I was certainly depressed when I first got out. Like I hated going to school, just people's complaints that were 18, 19 years old. And you put yourself at 18, 19 years old. It's like, man, that's nothing. I think that was like the hardest thing for me to get used to is like, that's hard for them, but what's hard for them wasn't, I think is easy just because of the shit.
Yeah.
That I went through at 18, 19, like going on
I don't even remember your last day.
I do my last day. They called a man overboard right when I got off the boat, and freaking DaCosta dropped me off at the bus station. Dude, like DaCosta dropped me off. Yeah, Lagarde was like, "It's fine, it's fine," or something like that. So
I don't even remember that.
yeah, I got out, and then yeah, it was fucking weird. I remember sitting next to this lady that went to USC on the plane. She's like, "Oh, how's your day been?" I was like, "I just got out of the Navy like 2 hours ago." It's like I don't even know what the hell I'm doing now. I don't know.
Yeah, it hadn't even hit me yet. Like I don't even. Tori will get mad at me for this, but like it's almost like it's not real yet.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up every day, I'm still in the Navy.
Yeah.
I go to work every day, still in the Navy. Now, my job, maybe I don't have, that much more responsibility, but that's okay. I mean, it gives me time to like focus on myself. I mean, we can get into it. After I get out, we'll talk about why I'm getting out. We'll talk about it. But yeah, I mean, dang, how long have we known each other now? 12 years? 12 years, because that's how long I've been in. 12 years, like 8 months, 9 months, something like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We went to A school together.
Don't even remember you from A school.
The only thing I remember from you in A school, you got in trouble for underage drinking at
underage drinking Portside.
Yeah, they blew our freaking classroom up. They're like, "Oh, fucking you guys can't go underage drinking at the pier." And it's like, fuck.
Nobody caught me leaving Portside though. Yeah. I don't know how I got caught.
I don't know. I got in trouble for wearing black sunglasses with my summer whites on. They're dress whites.
That's not allowed?
I guess not, dude. They're like, you got to have white glasses, but a white uniform. When I was there.
Oh, that's not right.
I think I was getting fucked with. I mean, fresh out boot camp.
Yeah, guaranteed. Remember we used to like wear our PT gear because that's the only thing we were allowed to wear. Go to the mall and like change into civilian clothes, go buy brand new clothes, looking all cool and stuff. And then I see pictures of me and I'm like, what the fuck was I wearing? What? Come on, man. Like it was whenever all you people who wear Affliction, y'all are stupid. Listen, like the people, like I was buying Affliction shirts thinking I was walking around like Tito Ortiz, badass.
Dude, I was in that phase when I first got a babe for a little bit. Like I'd wear Tito Ortiz shit, like his punishment gear. Like,
Yeah. I thought that shit was so cool. It had like the sparkles on it with the cool designs, and I'm like,
hell yeah,
so cool.
Like they started selling that shit on base in Coronado one time. I was like, okay. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm gonna get some Tito Ortiz shirts on base now. I was like, dude, like confidence level. It's like, all right.
Ooh, it's payday. Yeah, I need a new outfit for this weekend to go blow all this money.
Yeah, I was constantly in that overcharge.
Overdraft protection. If they don't listen to the whole thing and they just listen to that part, just give me a like if you use your overdraft protection.
Oh man, it'd get paid because now, like, remember they say, okay, when you get your paycheck, it'll take out or pay the $500, and so it ended up like $30. I'm like, fuck, man, I like blew my whole check completely, and I hit overdraft, so then I got like $30 on my.
And you go right back into the negative.
Right back in negative.
Going to see movies and shit whenever we were broke on the base, like The Dark Knight. How many times did we go watch that movie on base? Definitely got our money's worth. I think we went and saw it like 9 or 10 times. I mean, it was a lot. Dude. And that was not like skipping a week. It was like, what do you want to do? Dark Knight's playing? Yeah, hell yeah. Let's go see that.
Watched it. Fuck.
A lot. At least
9 times, dude. Minimum 9 times.
Was that the one with the Joker? Or was that was like the first one that came out?
It might have been the first.
It was. The one with like Scarecrow and stuff, right?
Yeah. Remember the time I fell asleep when we watched that shit? Oh man, it's like I don't know what time it was when we watched it, but I fucking fell asleep and the movie was still on. You're like, hey, let's go, and I was like, all right, and you took off, and my legs fell asleep. My legs fell asleep, and I went to get up, and I just boom.
Oh. I do remember that. I was like, come on, what are you doing?
Dude, my legs are I legit crawled, man. I was like, my fucking legs. They're gone.
God. Most people probably like that movie, right? Like, that's a good series. Yeah. But, I mean, I'll drink to this. I mean, the fucking lame-ass movies that we watch there also. Like, ones that I probably watch with my kids now. Two grown-ass men sitting there watching the Lorax. That's one of them. The Lorax. Like the Dr. Seuss one with like the orange thing.
Yeah.
And I'll watch that shit with Abigail all the time.
I'm trying to think of that fucking horrible movie. It was like the worst movie ever. Is Mark Wahlberg. I can't remember what the hell it was.
Oh.
The trees were killing people or something.
The Following or
Remember they just stop and start walking backwards or something.
Yes, and then oh man, that was terrible.
What the hell was that movie? God, that movie sucked. It was so bad you couldn't look away. Though it's like this kind of intriguing how shitty this movie.
Say it for yourself, bro.
That movie sucked. What the hell was that one? Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Dude, that movie was so freaking bad. Because I think there's like a
scene. The
Happening, dude. A guy like falls over and his lawnmower runs him over. It's stupid stuff like that. It was like just the corniest movie ever made. And I think it ends like everybody thinks it's over. And then if I remember the end right, it's like in France or Europe or something now. Like it happens, somebody dies there. It's like like they're gonna make a second one of that. Dude, it's the fucking worst movie ever made.
Yeah.
I hope he got paid. I hope he got paid well for that, because that movie is horrible.
Yeah, I mean, they're writing about it. It's M. Night Shyamalan too who wrote that.
Because that movie sucks.
Yeah, but he's hit or miss.
Sure.
Yeah, that movie was terrible.
That movie
terrible. Remember the movie Mirrors?
I hated that movie.
man, that shit had me, man, like I'm looking in the mirrors and those people are on fire and stuff. And I'm like, I gotta shave every day. Like just waiting.
This is like, there's like the scene too. He looks in the mirror, his like sister sitting back there, her jaw's all freaking.
Oh,
Dude, it's like, oh
yeah,
shit.
that one girl like pulls her face apart.
Oh, it's leads up. It's like this super hot scene too. She's like all naked in the bathtub. You're like, okay. You're like, all right.
Hell yeah. I'm like,
oh, like there goes that. Yeah, that movie was freaking nuts.
mm-hmm.
I didn't like that one. I was like, shit, yeah. It's like, damn, we got to shave. I remember shaving that the next day. I didn't even look up. I just shaved like this and I brushed my teeth. I didn't look in the mirror.
Bro, you had a hard time shaving in the Navy, huh?
Yeah.
You got that thick ass black hair. Man, I could go a whole day without shaving.
I always tell people this shit. I was like, man, the Navy. So like when you go in a foreign country, they like they inspect. They have like the Chiefs row.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd always get hit up for a shave. Like I could have just shaved, like literally a minute before walking out there, and they'd be like, "Oh, shit, bait, you did a shave, shit, bait." So
Yeah.
I told one.
Like you were a shave twice kind of guy.
Yeah. I tell people I started carrying just the razor head. They're like, fuck. Like, all right.
That's terrible.
It's like, what do you want me to do? I'm fucking bleeding, man. I'm like cutting my face off now. It's like, shit. Is that close enough?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
oh man. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's crazy to think about how, man, like being in now for longer, and I'm sure most of the people have been in longer than me. I don't really give a fuck, but so I've seen like the good and the bad, whatever you want to call it, right? Like every good place has its bad place too. Like, but it's crazy, like talking about shaving. So I remember I would always get in trouble for that shit. I would always get in trouble for shaving and a haircut for whatever reason. I would never go get a fucking haircut. I would wait until like it's too late. I don't know why. That is something that never got into my head. Like I was just like, hey, can I just go work in a cool shop and do shit? Like I don't care about this other shit. And thinking back now, it's like, man, if I would have put a little effort into shaving and getting a haircut, man, I might have made it a little bit further quicker, way quicker, you know?
That's true.
It's just different now, though. I mean, it's different. Like, if you walked in the Navy today,
yeah,
it's crazy, bro. Like, I'm telling you, once I'm out, I cannot wait to have this podcast. I cannot wait to talk to people about how it is now.
It's totally different, huh?
That's going to be like a two-parter, bro. Like, I will tell you these cocksuckers who I know who've gotten kicked out, in trouble, whatever. I won't use their names, but I will tell you some stories and you'll be like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Is it stupid shit or like legit?
Yeah, like the stuff that they do is dumb as to why they get punished like that. Like, I wish I would have made it higher up to where I know that type of shit.
Yeah.
And if we have a listener who's like a retired captain or anything like that, please tell me why this makes sense. As to so many people that I've seen go down, like one of our buddies, Big Smith, getting kicked out. Done.
No reason. Not even a reason.
No reason.
I think he didn't have like warfare pins, and the Navy was downsizing. So it's like you're gonna get somebody that wants to make a career out of this, and who at the time was like the most knowledgeable freaking dude in V4.
Yeah, he was smart.
Yeah, he's definitely he's one of the top 3 most knowledgeable people, and they're like, we're just gonna.
I remember whenever he got out. Yeah, I remember.
He got out before I think we went up to Washington, I think, or maybe it was up in Washington.
No, he was up there. Remember, they lived by that bar. Him and Shane lived in a house together up there. They lived by like Will Height, Charlotte, and Greg and Ashley. Because they all lived in that neighborhood by the golf course.
I know a lot of people used to go to bar Moondoggies or Moondogs up in Washington.
No. This was called the Boathouse. It was like, I can't remember where it was. But even like Shane's brother, Mikey, lived with him for a while. And they had that downstairs basement. You don't remember that?
No.
Damn, I remember LSU played Texas A&M in a bowl game and we watched it there.
And I was in Washington.
Yeah, up in Washington. Yeah. No, I know for sure. Like I'm not doubting it at all. But he was up there. I don't. He was still in the Navy, bro. Like,
Yeah, he might have got kicked out when we were up in Washington. Or
do
phased
you
out.
remember?
I don't know what the hell they
Do you remember DUI training that y'all had, like on the barge one day, where everybody got called in on like a Saturday? Were you there for that?
Oh, what the hell? No, I'd been fucked up probably.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Long story short. Yeah. I mean, whatever. Yeah, he was in Washington though.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. It's like these people who get kicked out, like, yeah, some of them, like, bro, like, you made it a long time. Good job. Good for you. But like
the skin of your teeth, like you somehow haven't got kicked out.
yes, bro. It's crazy, man. And then like I see people get kicked out for like sexual assault or something like that. And it's like whether it's misconstrued, let's say it's like proven fact, this guy did something wrong to this girl, whatever. I'm not getting into that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's crazy that like in the Navy, you can have the same punishment as somebody who does that. Like y'all can both go on restriction for 45 days, lose your rank, lose your pay, essentially ruin your career. I mean, and people say, oh, I went to mass and I came back. Well, good for you. It's all about timing whenever you go to fucking mass. I can tell you that.
Fuck, remember that one guy when we first got stationed in fucking Coronado? We got in trouble like multiple times for DUIs. They did open captain's mass with it was a captain. Was it Captain Nasser?
Captain Manazar.
And he's like, you get DUI on a skateboard or some shit like that.
Yeah, you got like a DUI on a bicycle.
Like 3 times. Like you have like 3 DUIs. So it's like, okay, now you're getting kicked out.
So anybody who's listening, this is in San Diego, right? And it's whenever they had the Nimitz, the G-Dub, and maybe the Reagan. It was one of those carriers.
It was packed.
The base was ridiculous. Yeah, this kid got DUI and he was underage each time. Well, the big fight that happened at McDonald's, he's the reason why. If I'm wrong, hit me up. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he started the fight.
There was a fight at McDonald's on base.
Yeah, like somebody, like the cops, like drew their guns down on a lot of sailors. I don't know. We weren't there, but
we weren't there.
Yeah, they had an open captain's match for that kid. That was funny. And it was like noon, blistering hot in San Diego.
Yeah.
Man, that's still the best captain. Like anybody who talks to me and they're like, well, is this how every deployment is? I'm like, no, listen to my first deployment. And I tell them all the ports and they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, we were spoiled. Not gonna lie. But like nasty, bro. He would like come on and just be like, who wants to go to war with me? Who wants to drop warheads on assholes? Who wants to go kill motherfuckers with me? And at captain's call talking like that, and we're all like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, like
when you're 18, 19, you're fucking never on deployment, you're like, shit, we're gonna go fucking blow some shit up.
Yeah, I mean,
Stokes and freaking maybe have a chai in at the same time. You're freaking stoked, dude. It's like it's going.
Yeah, I mean, he smoked cigars. Like I know the guy who loved him the most was Will Hite.
Oh, because that's like Will Hite as a fucking captain. That's
I hope he listens and hears this part. Because like Manazar, like they could wear like the shirt without the undershirt, and he had chest hair.
Yeah.
And he rode a Harley into work, and I'm like, bro, I got some chest hair, like
chest pubes go.
That is how I would be if I was a captain.
If I were a captain, I'd love to be like that. It's like, man, like you're saying, kicking people out for stupid shit, is it really that serious? Now, if it's like you're like 3 DUIs in and there's like cops called and guns drawn,
cool.
Yeah,
I get it. Like,
gone, dude. Like,
yeah.
But for stupid
shit,
that. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, I mean, the people who go down whenever you're overseas or something like that, and they go down for like people who are like 10 minutes late for Liberty Call. I understand that there's a standard. You have to hold it. I get that.
Yeah.
But at least he came back to the boat. The guys who have overnight are doing way worse than what that guy is doing 10 minutes late. I get it if he's late every time. I get it. But shit, man, like
because
we had overnight in ports.
Hell yeah. And there's a few times where we never called in. And like somebody would fucking say, I think it was like Santiago or somebody like, oh yeah, they called
They
in.
called in. Yeah, they're good. They're good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, all right.
We could be fucking dead. Like,
No.
like you know how crazy we were? It's like
We should have waited to do this podcast to talk about this. Like, we should change the subject because I cannot wait. I'm excited to get out. I'm ready. All right, let's talk about your shitty ass Vikings for a little while. People like sports. Let's talk about how bad y'all suck. And please tell me why y'all suck. Like,
we should have won
there's
last
no
week.
reason.
Our kicker sucked, man. He blew it for us last week.
Please. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
3 fucking field goals and an extra point, dude. That's 10 points.
4 misses. I know.
10 points.
I mean, we lost to the Eagles. The Eagles.
Oh, it's Taysom Hill though. At least the freaking Saints are good.
Taysom Hill is not a quarterback.
They're what? Where are they? 11-3?
That's his.
Saints 11-3 or 11-2?
I don't know. We had 3 losses. 9-3, 10-3, whatever. I don't know.
They're fine.
Listen, we've lost 3 games. Everybody, Taysom Hill beat the Falcons week 1. Okay.
Everybody beats the Falcons.
The Falcons were in it for a while. Like, the score doesn't show it, but like he wasn't lighting it up.
Well, Falcons are a weird team, dude, because they're like them and the Chargers are like the same. Like they got good players, they just can't win games. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? You got Matt Ryan, Julio Jones.
Have they fired Dan Quinn yet? Is he still their coach?
Or they fired his ass.
When did they fire him?
Maybe like 4 weeks ago.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that team, they should be good. They should be.
They should be much better than what they are.
Yeah.
Like they got good players, dude. Let's see. They play Kansas City this weekend. Saints and Kansas City, sorry. I know we're talking about Falcons, but Saints and
Saints, Kansas City.
Yeah.
So Drew Brees got cleared to come back to practice also. So
that doesn't mean nothing. They're getting
basically, all right, the Packers 9-3. We're 9-3. They hold the tiebreaker. They're in first place.
Packers suck.
Do you bring back Drew Brees against Kansas City?
No. Who do they play next?
The Vikings.
See, I'd bring him back for that game. Oh, man, they play on a Friday. They play Chiefs on Sunday and Vikings on Friday. It's a short week.
I'm excited to see what our defense does against Kansas City. If you hold the – all right, look, here's my prediction, right? The Saints have gotten so jacked the last couple of years, just on their own, whatever. I do not see a team in the NFC that can beat the Saints with Drew Brees healthy. Even with Taysom Hill, you got to convince me what team can beat them because that defense is playing the best out of anybody's.
Yeah. Like I know Eagles beat them, but that's a mirage. Like that would if they were to play 5 times.
The Saints fucked up and went in there thinking like,
cool. Jalen Hurts. They're like,
I fucking hate Jalen Hurts. I'm bowing this on this podcast. Like the ultimate all-time most hated player, top 10 is Jalen Hurts.
Is that just for you? Out of your ranking, top 10?
Just for me. Because that motherfucker beat us every year at Alabama. And then I get my redemption last year, and we beat him by 80. Something like that. I mean, I think we beat him by like 40, but you remember 6 touchdowns in 1 half. Suck my dick, Jalen Hurts. And then we have first place locked up. We got to beat the Eagles, lose to the Chiefs. I'm okay with that. I'm not worried about that. But you lose to the Eagles. And now it's like Jalen Hurts beat you again.
And he didn't do it really throwing, dude. He just ran. He ran for days. It was like 100.
How did y'all not prepare for that? Like, is Taysom Hill not a running quarterback?
Like you have the same quarterback.
Yeah.
Watch any
stupid. Like, that's what I want to know about coaching. Like, I did coaching in Fallon, right? But we can't scout other teams. You know, like, oh, hey, the biggest kid's probably really strong and really good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, whatever. And the quarterback, he's the best player on the team, or the running back. Got it. I'm saying, if I'm the Saints defense and they're saying Jalen Hurts is going to start, I'm thinking, oh, he can run the ball.
He's fucking fast.
Okay, hey, Emmanuel Sanders, you played quarterback in college, right? Hey, I need you to run some reps against first team defense. I need you to scramble, get out of the pocket, and let's practice on that. Get some containment, see what you can do.
Yeah, just run around, see how we can, because Emmanuel Sanders is fast as fuck.
You're a professional defense. Like the whole thing about like a scrambling quarterback does not exist in my head anymore. You are a professional defense. Y'all have all come up through at some point a league where a quarterback runs the ball.
Yeah. I mean, certainly like in high school, because in high school it's more like athleticism, I feel like the best athletes play. So it's like the fastest dude, the most athletic dude's usually a quarterback.
So Jalen Hurts is a better athlete than DeMario Davis, Cameron Jordan. Like, come on. Like, that's so frustrating to me. Like, I don't care about the loss, but that's frustrating. Yeah. That like Lamar Jackson, he's good. He's not going to win a Super Bowl though. Let's face it.
That's kind of my prediction with him. Also, it's like he is hella good, but at some point you gotta be able to throw for like 250 to 300 yards.
Yeah. Yep.
Like when you have to
win the Super Bowl, you have to be able to throw the ball.
When you have to be able, like, okay, say that run gets stopped, now you have to throw. He needs to be able to throw for 300 yards.
I need Lamar Jackson. I need that type of quarterback to be able to get me a 3rd and 7 whenever the run doesn't work on 1st and 2nd down.
I'm not saying like they won't win games. They won't win playoff games.
No, they will.
I don't think they'll.
They will not win a Super Bowl. They will never.
When they played the Steelers, though, perfect example, when they ran all over them the first half. And in
Who?
When they played the Steelers, the Ravens the first time.
Yeah.
The first half, they were running all down their fucking throats. The Steelers didn't know what to do with Lamar Jackson. Second half, locked his ass up, dude. It's like now he can't throw consistently.
Yeah, like Lamar Jackson, I just don't know. I don't get the coaching side of it. Like, I want to understand it, and I hear all these people talk about it on podcasts, whatever, Sports Center, and they chime in their 2 cents, and I'm like, damn, I think it's way simpler than what you're saying. I think if my corners are good enough, I'm going to play you man, especially the Ravens, who they have a 1, but he's not a 1. Like,
yeah, they got good tight ends, but
okay,
like Mark Andrews is gonna.
And then I just tell my middle linebacker, like, hey, your job today, Lamar Jackson.
Just follow his ass.
Just follow his ass. Like, if he goes right, you go right. You don't have to rush him. Just stay ahead of the first down. That's all I want you to do. Stay ahead of the first down. Whenever he starts to run, that is your job.
Yeah. Follow his ass.
Follow his ass.
Like, don't even care about anybody running by you.
I don't care. And I'll tell my defensive ends to just press up. If they can't, that's okay, because I have the spy.
Yeah.
But I guess it doesn't work that way. I know it's way more complicated. But whenever I'm watching it on TV, I'm like,
you know, like all coaches are like, this fool doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Call me up.
See, I would think the same thing. That's the way I think. It's like
too simple.
If you're not comfortable with your linebacker, maybe he's not fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
Get a backup safety who can hit, and they're pretty fast typically. And just tell him, even if he fucking goes to hand it off, you don't even go after the running back. You're not playing anybody besides Lamar Jackson. Yeah. If he hands it off and you don't go after a running back, fuck it.
Cool. Go hit Mark Ingram's old ass. Fuck him too for leaving the Saints. Good job. What'd you win there? Nothing. Not going to either. Woo woo.
Oh, he thought he was when he went there, he thought he was going to be like the main back, and then all of a sudden they drafted J.K. Dobbins and that's Edwards. It's like, oh man, and they drafted Lamar Jackson as a kind of a running back, so he's like 4th string running back.
Anybody who goes to Alabama, fuck them, hate them, don't care about them.
They all typically suck. Let's be real. When they go pro,
their receivers come out good.
Julio
Derrick
Jones.
Henry's pretty good.
Derrick Henry. Okay, yeah. See, there's like the few.
Have you watched? Look now, Jared Judy. Have you watched him this year on the Broncos? He has nobody throwing to him. That he's good. He's good. And that wide receiver that they have this year, Smith.
Who?
Smith. Devontae Smith, something like that.
On Bama right now.
Mm-hmm. He's the one who had like 300 yards against LSU, 3 touchdowns. Bro, oh my God, I could go on for hours. You know that motherfucker is from like 45 minutes away from Baton Rouge.
He's from where?
45 minutes away from Baton Rouge.
Oh, crap.
As a college football team, which is what LSU is, we are not a powerhouse college football program. We had a great year last year. That's a great team, and I'm so happy for it. God bless. Thank you, Joe Burrow. I love you, But fuck, we do not have a program yet. Like everybody, even myself, was drinking this Kool-Aid of, oh my God, like there is the turning point. There's the light at the end of the tunnel. Like we're about to break through. We're going to compete every year. I do not give a fuck about COVID complications in the season because every fucking team has COVID complications. And then you go hire this fossil to replace. Oh my God, this fossil Bo Pelini is a fucking idiot. Whatever. Like I said, we need a whole show for me to talk about LSU.
About LSU sucks.
I mean, they were a great team last year, and their program is stagnant. That's all it is. It's very stagnant.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those guys were seniors too last year, or juniors, so a lot of them went pro.
Guess what? As many as we lost, Alabama always loses that many.
But
Ohio State always loses that many. Clemson loses that many, and they're back. For you to fall off like that, oh my God. To lose to the worst offense in the SEC, Mississippi fucking State. And you look like Mississippi State's like homecoming game against FAU, whatever.
And then Florida was a weird game. If Florida doesn't throw the shoe,
yeah.
I mean,
good for LSU. Still a shit year. Like, great. I'm glad they came together. I'm glad Max Johnson looked good. But if I'm being real, if you go, like, I don't know, 500 next year?
Oh, probably. And Michigan's not much better, so.
No, they're terrible.
I'm
just wait. I cannot. Is Harbaugh fired yet?
No, I think they're trying to keep him for another year.
Why? He's never beaten Ohio State ever.
Michigan hasn't beaten Ohio State in fucking forever, dude. Forever. I wonder when the last time they beat them. I almost feel like it was like a Charles Woodson team.
No.
Dude, it has been forever. It's not even the game anymore. It's just Ohio State kicking our ass game. That's what it is. Reminds me in high school when we play like Central Catholic in football for homecoming one year. They were like, they're always in the state playoffs. And
what year did you get out of the Navy?
2011.
That is the last time that Michigan beat Ohio State.
Look.
That's crazy.
9 years, bro.
I mean, that's the same thing with LSU. That would be like y'all, Michigan, turning around next year, winning the national championship, beating Ohio State in, wherever it is, stupid Ohio. And then the next year you have a losing season. It's like, what? I'm so excited. Yeah. Like, how can you?
And that's the thing that's weird because a lot of Michigan's guys do pretty good when they go pro. Like, they have pretty good players when they go pro. Like Devin Bush, the linebacker currently on the Steelers when they got hurt. He's fucking good. Yeah, Max Cosby, I think, on the freaking Raiders, who's pretty good, defensive end. It's like they have some good players, man. They just.
What college do you think has the best NFL players of all time coming out of it? Best. Like if you had a list, what college would you say?
Ooh, dude, that's because Miami had some good fucking players, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Miami's had some
but they're stagnant, and they were shit before that too.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like the one team. You ever watched the You documentary where they had freaking
Ed Reed, Warren Sapp,
oh dude,
Kevin Hester,
like,
Kid Dorsey was a monster.
Yeah, they had like everybody you can think of, and like they all went pro.
Listen to me. Do you remember Larry Coker at Miami?
No.
He was the head coach at Miami whenever they were like the powerhouse, right? Like they lost to Ohio State in the national championship. That guy got hired to just basically keep the team together and win the national championship. Here's my thing. Ed Ogeron, I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I love him. I think he belongs in LSU, not as the head coach. That is exactly what he was. He was like, yo, let's just hold it together. Aranda's leaving. We know that. Joe Brady, please come help me out. Help this old ass offensive coordinator who hasn't done anything for us really. Like, yeah, our offense changed. Awesome. I'm happy about that. Yep. Joe Brady's leaving. That's all Ed Ogeron is, bro. He will never win another national championship. He's not that type of coach. Like everybody says it. He's a surrounded.
Like guy. Like
he would be a great owner of a team.
Yeah.
To tell you like, oh, I want that person, put this in that place,
Yeah. But I think he can get you fired up. Like he definitely has like that personality.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
Like a player's coach.
Like we were talking about like a chief warrant officer freaking like it kind of like that. Remember he would like put the no explode on his hand and like fucking just drink it, just the powder. He's like, oh, let's go. And like Raz Dave.
Did you ever see him coming back up from like a below decks round?
No.
Like, you know, we wear purple shirts like this. Wet. Oh man, I can only imagine. And I know like Big Smith, Sokol, all those guys would go with him every time.
It's like don't be behind them. You're gonna get some sweat drips on your head.
My lazy ass Bosa never did that shit. But yeah, man. Fuck LSU. Like God, that shit pisses me off this year. So disappointing.
No, that's how I feel with the Vikings, man. That's how I feel with the Vikings.
I thought y'all were gonna be good this year, man.
I thought we were gonna be decent. I didn't have super high expectations because like all of our defensive guys are gone.
Yeah,
not all of them, but some key ones. And then Daniil Hunter hasn't played all year, so I was like, "Fuck, man." He's from LSU, so I was like, Daniil Hunter.
Oh yeah,
freak.
I would say LSU. Your question about Miami, right? Like saying Miami,
legit.
LSU has awesome pros. Maybe not quarterbacks. Fuck you for even throwing out Jamarcus Russell. Like, suck my fucking dick.
He's
one
stuck.
Player sucked. Whatever. Who cares?
He's been legit.
Who?
Honey Badger. Legit.
Yeah. Honey Badger.
Maurice
OBJ is good. OBJ is good. Jarvis Landry, really good.
Claiborne was all right for like a year or two.
Who?
Right. Maurice Claiborne, a defensive back. He was all right a little bit.
You got Andrew Whitworth. He's been around forever.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, he's healthy. He's still like a top
Patrick
5.
Peterson.
Patrick Peterson. Hall of Famer.
Jarvis Landry's good.
Potential Hall of Famer.
And then you got a bunch on defense. Have you seen the Ravens play this year a lot? Have you noticed Patrick Queen, number 48?
Yeah, he's from LSU.
Monster. There's more. Trey White on the Buffalo Bills?
Oh, yeah, defensive back.
No, anyway, that's just bragging.
So I seen pictures when we're
at
stadium and shit, went through a locker room. And one of the pictures, like we're in the actual locker room, and there's a Darius Geis's locker room or a locker and shit.
I wish I would have taken more pictures on that tour that we had.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. We're right next to that dude's locker because it made me trip.
I was kicked out for like raping a bitch or something like that. Like, fuck.
Just doing stupid shit. So when I saw that, I was like, damn, that's crazy though. Like we're in legit professional athletes. Like,
oh yeah, that tour was cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Had some great ones though too. If I'll be real.
I mean, Tom Brady,
Charles Woodson. There's a left tackle that came from
there. Cool.
Yeah. No, they've had some good ones. I can't think of any on the top of my head right now.
Okay.
Yeah, they've had some good ones.
All right. Hey, so before we wrap it up, like I don't know when we're gonna record again, but I do have a question for you. A prediction question.
What's that?
All right, so NBA starting back up.
Yeah.
All right. Give me your NBA champion and your MVP for this year. Who do you think?
Oh man, I think Lakers are gonna probably make it again. And that could change depending on trades. But if I had to go right now, it's the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the Lakers are gonna win it. As of right now, they're gonna win it. Like Montrezl Harrell off the bench or even as a starter, dude, they're deep right now. And they got
Deep. And they lost Dwight Howard, and they're still okay.
Yeah, they lost Dwight Howard, got Montrezl Harrell, and freaking Marc Gasol. Like they're fine. And so
yeah, they're gonna be good again. Yeah. Who's your MVP?
MVP is gonna be interesting, dude. I would say LeBron, but that's just too easy. I'm gonna try to take something more clever. I'm gonna go Luka Doncic on the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a leap this year, like a bigger leap. I wouldn't be surprised. He just needs to play some defense. Like most guys in the NBA don't play defense.
Man, he's nice. All right. Yeah, I would say Lakers also, but if I had to pick somebody else.
It's hard, because I mean
Miami.
LeBron's like the easy choice if you had to pick.
Yeah, Miami's not going to be back there. I know that.
Oh, in the final, yeah, they're not. The East is going to be weird because
I do not know how the Celtics don't make it to the finals this year. I don't know. They have to make it, or they're gonna. If they don't make it this year, if they make it where they did last year, what they lost in the conference finals.
They lost. They lost to the Heat in the conference finals. I think.
I think they might like scrub it. Like, okay, something's not working.
Like we did good.
Yeah.
But we can't get over the hump. Like it's like you're missing something.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Sixers though too. Sixers, man.
Well, they just hired Doc Rivers because they couldn't get over that hump.
Neither can he.
That dude, I would not want him. I would hate to see the day it says 3-1. I'd be like, here we go. We're losing. No, I think who I want to see win the MVP this year, and I think he has a good shot, Devin Booker out of Phoenix. That guy throws up like 50 a game. Like, who cares if his team sucks? He is the most valuable player on his team. Take him off the team, and they do not win a fucking game.
They don't win 20. They win like 5.
Fuck no. If he was not in the bubble, the Suns would not be there. Like,
he put on a good ass performance in the bubble.
Monster.
I
want to see him win the MVP.
That's a team that it's like, come on. Like, how many top 5 picks do you need? Like, let's.
Yeah.
This needs to work. Like at some, this needs to like start to click because they drafted 8 in like 2 years ago. Before that, they
drafted Devin Booker.
Yeah, they drafted Josh Jackson, I think his name was. But
where's he at now? Is he even on Phoenix?
I don't know. He's not Phoenix anymore. But it's like, dude, something needs to give. I mean, I think they got Chris Paul now, so that's interesting. But they'll still suck. Chris Paul was hella good last year, actually. He balled out.
Had to be though.
He put on an MVP performance in the playoffs. I mean, played hella good, dude. I like Chris Paul. I like that type of point guard.
Because he had
who can dish it and still hit the shot when you need him to hit the shot.
I mean, he had to because he has nobody on his fucking team.
Dude, OKC has nobody, bro. Who the fuck is on that team right now?
They just lost Steven Adams also, right?
Yeah, I think he left. Like, dude, they have nobody.
And they lost Schroeder to LA.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Lakers are winning it.
I know. And I'm not a Lakers fan. I don't want the Lakers to win, but
me either. Like
they're just going to. I mean,
their bench is better than Thunder's starting team, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll figure something out. Get another recording going, hopefully soon.
Yeah, man. Well, hit that like button. Everybody, please. More to come. Try to do a weekly one.
Yeah, we'll try to do something weekly, and me leave comments if you want to even jump in on one of these.
Yeah, tell us what to talk about. And if my story's wrong, call me out and I'll call you out. Don't be embarrassed. I mean, but like I think the point of this is to like help, veterans, like if you like podcasts where there's nothing political, if you get into it, we're not the smartest ones. We're not talking. Don't hold what we say, we're just veterans talking. And if you want to join the talk, let us know. Talk to us, write us, go to our YouTube link.
Yeah. Subscribe. Yeah, that's all we're trying to do. Make it fun, dude. Catch up, even with friends, other people if they want to join. Yeah, kind of just veterans doing veteran shit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
if our language offends you, find another podcast.
Too bad. During the podcast offends you, too bad.
Yeah, sorry, we're not changing, and we're just gonna keep recording. So you'll pop up, and then you'll be like, "Oh my god, fuck these guys, stupid."
Hey, that might help us out, actually.
Yeah, please. Don't like us, but hit that like button, please.
So, well, shit, man. Yeah, drive safe. I know you're driving all the way to Louisiana, so.
Yeah, we leave Friday, so packing it up tomorrow, and then rolling out, driving all through the night with these kids.
I'm staying home.
Yeah, that's what NyQuil's for, like don't judge my parenting. Hey, I do what you got. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Always gonna be like,
yeah, my 6-year-old. Yeah, I got her shot of NyQuil in her bottle, so she'll be good.
Like, where the hell does this guy live? We got freaking child protective
Call CPS on this guy. Do they even have NyQuil in their house? Fuck no, I don't. No, it should be all right though. We're gonna drive through the night, so hopefully they sleep, man.
Yeah. Dude, that's the hardest part, dude. Like, we don't have to drive that far, but going like Northern California is the same. Just sometimes.
Yeah, man. My youngest, bro, the only kid that I've ever seen that doesn't like the car seat. As soon as she goes in it, she's not happy right away. Boom.
Like Hudson's like hit and miss. Dude. Like he'll go in there and maybe he'll fall asleep, or maybe he'll just chill. Like sometimes he just chills,
bro. Yeah, like Abigail, man. Like as soon as she's in it, she's like, "Oh, nap time, cool, out." Yeah. Like, and she never complains about getting in the car seat, ever. I couldn't even tell you the last time she cried in the car.
Yeah, well, like perfect example, dude. So I want to get in like a comic book or some shit because he's held in the superheroes. So I was like, this couple weekends ago, I was like, all right, we'll go like at 10 o'clock. I put him in the car seat, dude. I'm driving, and I turned back, and that fucking kid just out cold. So I was just carrying him around the comic book store. It's like I just drove 30 minutes. I'm getting a fucking comic book. Yeah. I was like, hey, look, wake up! Look, there's the Hulk. And he just like, no, not having it. And then right when I got back to the car, woke up. I was like, fuck, dude, you just missed the whole experience.
That's funny.
Fuck.
Funny.
Oh shit. But all
right.
Man.
Well, we'll touch base with y'all later.
Yeah. Subscribe, hit the like button, leave some comment, chime in. Yeah. See you guys later. This is the Regular Guys Podcast. Peace.
Are you gonna end this thing or what?
Yeah, like right now. Hold on.
Fuck, God, I'm like trying to be like, yeah.